What's up, everyone? It's me, Anthony. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you are, my name is Anthony. I'm a teenage digital content creator. I like to make content about student life, bullet journaling, organization, and planning, and all those fun things of that area. So if you think you might enjoy that, you should subscribe. It's a fun time over here at the Stationary Fam channel. But today, I am back on my November plan with me. I know I say this every video, but why is it almost November? I don't remember putting the stamp of approval on this because it doesn't make any sense to me at all. How is it November already? I remember filming my intro for my January plan with me, and now it is practically November. Like, time is flying by fast, and we can't get a break. But since it's flying by fast, you know, I come back with my monthly plan video every month, so I'm really excited. And today we are commencing the immaculate cozy fall vibes with the music playing in the background of this video, and the setup is very brown, very fall, very that, and I'm really excited. I love the cold so much. It has to be one of my favorite times of year. My sinuses hate it, but I love it. So it's a love-hate relationship. But I'm gonna start rambling so we can get right on into my November 2021 bullet journal plan with me and setup. Like, this is crazy. Let's go. Alright, so even though I didn't film an October plan with me video, I wanted to make sure that I show you guys the spreads I made because I am high-key proud of them. So before we get into this November plan with me, I'm going to show you guys my October spreads. And if you guys like this, I can keep doing them on my plan with me video, so make sure you leave a comment in the search box below if you guys like to see like the previous months filled in, so you guys can get a general idea of how I filled them in. So the first thing I have, which is my cover page, my gratitude log, and then I have my main calendar, which is a Dutch door with a monthly dashboard inside with the school and personal task list, brained up and focused. Then I have my tracker spreads, which when I tell you this spread worked out so great like it did in September, I'm really happy with it turned out. Then my weekly review didn't do so great, but functionally I wish I can change it up. And then for my favorite spread, I love that I changed it up with my songs and all the fashion, things like that. Unfortunately, I won't be doing that in November, but it was really fun to doodle. And then these are just the rest of the weekly spreads and daily logs I created throughout the month of October. I kind of switched some things up, tried some different things, but this galaxy theme was one of my favorite things I've done in a while, and I was really able to play around and learn how to use all the colors properly, so I'm really happy I was able to experiment with those and experiment some new things with November. So as we are ending the October flip through, let's get right on to planning for November. So for my November theme, I have the tradition of doing brown almost every year except for the first year I bullet journaled. So I've decided to do a coffee, fall leaves, brown, scrapbooky feel, like just all that vibe right there. So I'm doing my cover page, which is going to be a cup of coffee with leaves surrounding around that goes on like a table or something in a kind of way, I guess. So I'm drawing out a latte, and mind you, the leaf I drew was horrible, but that's alright. I've actually never had coffee like where they put like the milk and stuff on top of it before. I've always wanted to, but I've never had it before. So if you know what it's like, let me know in the comment section below. For my coffee, I normally like get a caramel macchiato from Starbucks, or I'm making it in my home actually, so that's really nice, so it saves some money. And then also I every now and then I'll drink an Americano, and then I'll just drink coffee regularly with like cream and sugar if I feel like it. So I have like 3 different coffee recipes I like to interchange from. So the color palette this month is going to obviously be brown because it's coffee and brown leaves, and I'm going to go for like a more mild muted brown, so therefore it's kind of chill, not too in your face, but it's also like it's fall, you know what I'm saying? It's fall, y'all. And this month I'm really excited because I'm playing out with some like scrapbook elements, like with book pages and scrapbook paper and some craft paper from the Art Journal notebook, and I'll link all the products I use in this video in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. And some of the links down there are affiliate links, which means I receive a little bit of commission from now and then. So now, something I've been waiting to use in a monthly setup, and I had them since January. Yes, January. I had these stamps since January, and I haven't used them in a like monthly setup like to the full max. So I was really happy I got to use them in the setup. So I'm just using the stamps to write in the head of November, and to think I was actually not going to use them, but after I was like, oh wait, I have these stamps and this will look really great, so I decided to use them in the entire setup. So I use like some for the quotes, some for the headers. I just use them a lot. I'm really happy I got a chance to use them and get like their full use out of them. So on the left side of the cover page, I'm going to be doing a quote page that says "You are enough." I'm trying to make sure that every time I interact with like my bullet journal and especially my phone, that it's a positive interaction. So I've changed a lot of the things on my phone. I have this entire Pinterest board called My Dream Life, and basically all the pins in there are like photos of like UCLA, films I wish I was a part of, like the creative director for, just a lot of empowering quotes and just a lot of things to remind me about my journey and how I want my life to go. So I wanted to do that so I can change my interaction with my phone to be a more positive and more delightful interaction. And then also I wanted to change that in my journal to where a lot of things I see, especially on my habit tracker and things I'm going to be looking at almost every day, is very positive and very mindset change, and that makes sense, to always think about the positive and keep outlook. I'm always optimistic, but it's just even better when you're constantly reminded to be, a little bit more positive and give yourself your praises. So after me getting done with my soapbox, we are moving on to my calendar, which is going to be 6 spaces tall and 5 spaces wide. So I just wanted to add a little bit more room. So I didn't want to do a Dutch store this month because my life is already crazy, and we get into that right now because I have been staying after school literally almost every day, and I really enjoy it. I do love being a part of like being the active student. I've taken on the active student role this year. I really do love being that, but it also gets very tiring and my schedule is very busy. So I am making an entire video next week about my planning system, so stay tuned for that. But I'm not using my calendar as much now. I'm kind of using it, but not to its full extent. So I didn't think I needed a Dutch store this month, so I just added the task list to the right side of the calendar instead of inside a Dutch store. But like I said, I'm a very active student now, so I'm tutoring biology students, algebra students, and I also am an officer. If you don't know what an officer is, it's pretty much just a person who's heavily involved in a club. Like they'll be like the president, vice president, all those kind of things. So I'm a social media specialist for 2 clubs, and then I'm also a part of my high school film media program, so I film all the varsity games, like all other after school activities. So it's really good to be able to like get a good idea of what my field can be. Last week I filmed the varsity volleyball game with some of my friends in the club, and I also was able to commentate over half of the game. So I was really happy to commentate for volleyball because volleyball has to be one of my favorite sports, like outside of swimming and tennis. I just love volleyball. I wish there was a boys volleyball team because I would definitely be on there. So yeah, so now moving back to the bullet journal spread, I'm going to be writing a task list using these stamps. I just love the vibes of this video. I feel like it's very chill, very fall, cozy. And now for the decorative side, I'm not going to be drawing a lot of coffee cups in this. I may do like a lot more in my weekly spreads, but mainly for the monthly spreads, I'm going to be using this fall leaf motif. That rhymes, by the way. And so I'm going to have them kind of swoosh around the page like they're falling from the trees. And I don't think like it rains here in Atlanta, but it has leaves haven't like really fell on the ground yet, so I don't know what's going on. Also, Atlanta and Georgia has been playing with me because one week it'll be cold all day long, and then the next week it'll be cold in the morning and hot in the afternoon. So they've been playing with me all literally all month long. But I'm happy to say that it's finally like getting colder and colder. I think the high yesterday was like 52 maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. So as I finish up the fall leaf doodle, I'm going to go ahead and finish my task list as well. I'm going to split it up between personal and school. I kind of migrated my system. Like I said, I'm doing an entire video about that next week, about my new planning system and how I kind of manage my life and manage my time, because being an active student, I kind of have to do that. So I'm learning time management skills and all those kind of things. But I have a school section just for any school tasks that need to be done that month, any personal tasks that need to be done that month. So now that we're done with my calendar, we're moving on to my tracker spread. And I switched it up this month, taking into consideration that for the past 2 months, I've pretty much done the same spread. Also, the quality in this video looks self-kiss supreme, but also I do want to apologize that on the side angle shots a lot, when I move my hand closer to the camera, it kind of overexposes it a little bit, so I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Tried to fix it in editing, but there wasn't really much I could do. But for my habit tracker, I'm going to go back to a mini calendar habit tracker style. I really love this. I have to take a break from sometimes because then I'll get lost. It's a whole entire shebang, but I'm using the mini calendar habit tracker style this month, and then also I'm using a very fun, creative mood tracker style. I was debating on doing that last month in my October spreads, but I just really wanted to keep the entire 3 tracker thing, and I also kept the sleep tracker. I put it on a different spread. I put it on the next spread after this. So now I'm writing in the header using a Kuretake watercolor brush. I got those back in New York. Honestly, I haven't used a lot of things I got in New York. I bought a lot of things out of impulse. My A-Push notebook is a really pad notebook that's set up Cornell, but the problem is it's really hard. I have really big handwriting. I have really big hands too. That's another thing. I have really big hands, so it's kind of hard to write. So I've decided to just not use it, even though I bought it at an impulse, and the justification was to use it for A-Push. And after using it for A-Push, because we're doing a lot more lecture notes, it's not working out. So I'm just gonna use switchback paper. Switch, it's all right. So on the bottom here, I'm writing another little positive quote that has nothing to do with fall, but it's something that's gonna kind of help me with my habit tracker. It's gonna say, "You got this," because I have this. I'm going to do all my habits. Also, I feel like I'm getting better about my health again. One of my main goals for October was to get back on track with my personal health and personal fitness. And I think taking my gym class at school was helping, and then also me and my little Pinterest board and dream life thing has been helping a lot. Just reminding myself that I am worthy of my perfect body, or like just health, just a lot of health stuff. So a lot of things are going good right now, and I'm really happy. I feel like towards the end of the month, I finally like get into the groove of everything, and I kind of feel on top of everything, because Lord knows, just a couple weeks ago, I was really just all over the place, like, how am I going to finish everything that needs to get done? Because it was not looking great. But now moving on to my mood tracker, I'm going to be filling it in using the same stamps I've been using the entire video. These are the most common stamps I find. A lot of YouTubers and Blue YouTubers use these, so I'll make sure to link in the search box below. And also the ink pad that I use is really good. It's really inky. It's supposed to be, but it's really nice, inky, and pigmented. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. So for my fall mood track, my November mood tracker, and my fall mood tracker, I'm gonna be like every other bullet journalist and draw leaves for my entire mood tracker. So it's gonna be 30 leaves for 30 days of the month, and I have a nice little color code on the bottom, from the lightest color being the greatest mood until the darker color being the saddest or not as happy mood. So now moving on to my other tracker spreads. I lost a lot of footage here. I think this is the only footage I have. But I have a daily review section, so basically just a 1 line a day, and then I also have a sleep tracker, which is it's just a sleep tracker. The only thing that changed this month, besides the daily review spread, is I added a fall bucket list, so you guys can see right here, just for me to write down any things I want to get done in November and fall. I can't wait to finally be able to partake in these fall activities. It has been a long time since we've been able to do these things, so I'm excited that there's a downward trend in COVID numbers, and we can kind of start to get back to normal and see a little bit more normality in our lives. So now I'm setting up one of the last one of these spreads in this video, which is going to be a quote page and then a playlist spread. So the quote I decided to write was, "Today's good mood is sponsored by coffee." Cause and then also I forgot the coffee had 2 E's, so I had to like change it up and pretend like I didn't write 1 E, because I'm the smart scholarly student that everyone knows. I'm being a good scholarly scholar, right? Great job, Anthony. So now I'm just drawing in more leaves at the little swoosh kind of effect thing. What I wish I would have done is like brought the leaves down to like other side where you see the little coffee sketch at, but that's all right. So now moving on to my November playlist. When I tell you, this playlist has to be one of my favorite playlists. It's it, you know. I did an entire new study playlist, because the one I had before was not vibing. But for my November playlist, the first song we have is Nectar by Ravina. If you haven't checked out Ravina, what are you doing with your life? And then also have 9 by Willow, Wayside by Guad. I have Universe by Thoy, Summer Cologne by Kelsey Khan. I don't know about Kelsey Khan, which I played earlier in the video. And then I also have Signs by Beyonce, La La by Alicia Keys, and Sweet Time by Ravina again. I just love Ravina. She's such a great artist. And also Kelsey Khan is a great artist. I was playing her song, I Don't Know, in the background, the acoustic version in the background of the cover page. So if you guys heard that, and the October flip through, I love Kelsey Khan so much. I've been vibing with her music, and it's very chill. But my favorite song would have to be Summer Cologne, or at least even the jazzy version of it is a whole lot better than the original version. I don't know. I just love. She's just a great artist, and her voice is so angelical. And then Universe by Thoy is just, what can I say? It makes you want to cry. So now I'm moving on to my weekly spread. I'm going to be doing a horizontal weekly spread. So each day is 8 spaces tall with 1 space in between, and I think like 21 spaces wide. Don't count me. I just know the spot I left empty is 8 spaces wide. So do with that math what you will. So I haven't had a lot of tasks because a lot of my life has changed from being very task heavy to being a lot more event heavy necessarily. So like I'm after school, or like have other things to do during school, or like a lot of events are happening, so I don't have a lot of tasks. So I just tend to have a lot of events I need to make sure I attend and stay on top of. So now I'm writing in the headers and the dates of each week, and I'm adding some more leaves to keep the fall vibes going. And then on the bottom, I'm going to rip out a book page. And don't worry, this book is nothing too like new or like limited edition. I think I found it in like the back of my closet or something like that. So all you booktuber people, no book was harmed in the making of this setup. Without further ado, that is my November 2021 Bullet Journal Poet Me and setup. I really love these spreads. I'm telling you, they're getting me in such the fall mood. So that is it from me in this voiceover. So I'm gonna hand you guys off to the outro. Alright, that is it for my November Plan With Me and that is it for my November 2021 Bullet Journal Plan With Me and setup. Hope you guys enjoyed it, learned something new, got some inspiration from it. I am honestly so excited that we are approaching the end of fall. We are approaching the beginning of the holiday season. It's honestly one of my favorite times of year. I just love holiday season. It's amazing. All the vibes are literally immaculate. Everyone is like acting so nice. I'm excited to have my Bullet Journal accompany me on this exciting trip that is going to be November. Oh, and that is it for this video. So don't forget to follow me on all my other social media, which is here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, which are all linked in the description box below. Don't forget to use my coupon code OSFAM10 for 10% off any purchase at archonolive.com. And yes, that is an affiliate close-touch link, which means I receive a little bit of commission and you get 10% off. So it's a win-win situation, mutual benefits, mutualism. What more is there to say? And that is it for me in this video. So I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye, my stationery fam.